So to see the structure above, I go to my view range, best range. You see this? There's this best range, and I change it such that I am able to see what's available on ground floor. See that? So while I am able to see what's on ground floor may have a lot of confusing things, but you're only going to follow the walls of ground floor. To create our plinth wall, they are going to be flashed together on the same line. Okay? So I come and create a wall, but now I'm creating my plinth wall. Keep in mind I said it's going to be a meter. If I use 500 anyway, and basing on also the height you have chosen, let me first confirm that that is the height I have used in my elevations. This was my first presentation actually, some years ago. I didn't do it. I was not on the level of a cottage. I didn't do a cottage. I did this. This was my very first presentation. I was shaking, I wanted to cry, I wanted to pee, but the work was good. So they told me the same thing they told Hamson. Go and rest. When you're done, you come and present. I came back, I was worse. Got my marks. So yeah, that was my first presentation. So I don't know why I can't see my level here. Foundation. My main slab.
This is the serious one.
Minus 200.
And it's extrusion like fence marwara.
Use 200 for my main slab. So that means my wall is going to be 1.3 because my foundation level is starting at 1.5. I hope that is making sense. For people are more confused.
Yes, we are confused.
Why are you confused? I used there 1 meter because my slab I had used 500 with everything combined. So for this, my foundation is still starting at 1.5, but my slab is 200. Hence 1.3.
Yes.
Minus the 1.5 minus 200 is 1.3. Okay, 1,300. So now that I have my structure here set, and I want to do my walls. So I change this level to foundation level. I want to draw it on foundation level. Where is this is a floor? No. Allow me to do that afresh. Come to wall, architectural wall. I give it the same thickness as the one I have been using. I've been using 200, let me use 200. I'm drawing it on foundation level, and I say I'm giving it a height of 1.4. So I go following the center lines of all the walls on my ground floor. Are we there? So, where are my walls? I have this. You can use pick lines, you can use the drawing, you can just use what works for you. So some of these where you've actually cut it off. Hide this slab. So the things that are obstructing you from seeing your walls, you can hide them. I want to be able to see my walls clearly over there. Okay. Move everything down. It's supposed to be back on ground level. This is the swimming pool. There's nothing down here. So foundation under structure, confirm that it's under structure, and then to your wall, I'm using 1.3. Like I said, start drawing, keep moving around the entire structure. Why are my walls being hidden? Unconnected height. Oh yeah, I put a base offset. No, that's not a base offset. This is the base offset. It should be still on 0. It's sitting exactly on foundation, and then the height is the 1.3. You can use the thick lines tool. See that? And then keep going. Make sure all your main walls, all your exterior walls, you have captured them. This. So to avoid confusion, you can join that. You can see the walls that you're creating are darker than the base walls. So make sure that doesn't confuse you. You create thick lines. I want there, there. So keep going on all the walls on your structure. Lines is also this style. My building is just very heavy. Move along the whole center line, it will help you. Let me just try and finish here. It's here.
Do you also draw along the ducts?
No. The duct does not need a base. Joins here, okay. So all my interior rooms, I have done them, all the exterior walls. Make sure you've done all the exterior walls, all the main walls. If this is supposed to join somewhere, let it join. All the partitions and the cuttings, they will do them up. Because this may have, you may have your ground floor all here, you have nothing, no wall to support, and yet your first floor you have walls in the middle, your structure is going to fail. So this closes up there, that's a curtain window, this will close off here, this is the main door. So, assumption is a finished my drawing. After you have drawn, you can check. You're going to find that all your walls are below. You see this? We are now seated on foundation level. Remember that was your base range. After you've done this, you can hide. Change back this base level to none. Okay? Now this is what you have below. Now I have this structure below. I have put my plinth walls. Now I proceed to put my concrete strips. Concrete strips just come here. You see past the architecture tab, go to the structure tab. Okay? Go to the structure tab. After the architecture tab, there is this wall. The see this, the structure foundation? That is just basically replacing a strip. Okay? So, there's this footing here. It has its size here. Edit it. We said it's 200 by 600. But the thickness is also going to be determined by the type of site you have. Okay? Yes. So I want to change the width of this to 6 and the thickness of this to 2. Apply. Okay. So I just go clicking. See that? It's just creating that. So it's creating it at the bottom. Remember where I selected, it is creating a wall footing. So that's exactly where it's going. So go clicking all around. They should be able to join. I don't know why this one hasn't joined. Should be able to join. So if I look at it on the 3D, this is what it should look like. I have my plinth wall, and then I have my footing. You see this? Is that now making sense? That is basically what we are doing. So this is now our substructure. Okay? So you don't leave it at this. You have to detail this as well. Yes. So the same way you did dimensions for every other thing is the same way you do here. You did overall dimension such that the person who is going to do the digging of this trench knows that I am starting to dig here all the way to there. You get that? Now we are doing detailing for all. Remember we do the overall dimensions 4 sides? Same here. The farthest point here and the farthest point here. So you can make this fine, make this page fine over here. Okay? You can leave consistent colors or hidden, but now you have to give those materials to be visible. Okay? Remember here I'm seeing from the top. Here I don't have any material, come edit. Come give it block or brick or whatever, and then give it its hatch. Such that when I'm seeing it from the top, I can see the hatch, and I differentiate the brick from the concrete strip. Are we good? Does the silence mean you're understanding or you're
Crazy.
Okay. So over here, and then my patterns, I change them under the graphics. You see this? Forward cut, there is background, this is the foreground. Then there will also be a section cut through. Then there is the surface view. So this you'll see on elevation. The foreground means you'll see this on elevation view. The cut through is, yes. So you'll be able to see that once I apply and say okay. You see the pattern is there? It's created. Then for my concrete strip, same thing, come and edit, material. I'm using concrete. They already gave me concrete here, now I just have to assign patterns to this concrete. There's the foreground, there's a cut through, you can put all. And use this bit on. It can work. If you feel like it's not visible, you can change the scale. After you've clicked on it, there is this pencil. Okay, if it's too small for you, adjust the scale from here. You can make it a little bigger or smaller. Okay. Once I do that, I have made it a little bit bigger. That's how you play with the scale of those. You see that? Now I have 2 distinctive patterns. So, just like we have here, let's look at that foundation again. Hope you can see this clearly. So for this, remember, we don't have openings. The difference between this and floor plans is that there we had openings. So on these, there is only going to be the missing dimension of the openings. This we are going to have the grid dimensions. We have that, we have the overall dimension. Then we have the internal spaces or thicknesses dimension. But now since you're doing thicknesses, it's going to now be 600. This time you're not looking at the wall, you're looking at the trench. This second one. You see that? Remember for walls we are doing 200, 200 because that was the thickness of the wall. For this it's going to be 600 and then the next distance to the next trench. And this will apply on all the sides. Then plus the internal dimensions, such that whoever is digging the same thing knows exactly that. For me, in this bedroom, let's say this is the bedroom, I know that for this bedroom I need this space. This is not the bedroom size, but this is how much I need to dig. This is what I have to be left with in the center. Okay? So go doing all these internal dimensions as well. All of them for the entire structure. Then, as I said, thicknesses, just pick the thickness of this. And then you keep moving. This is just to get the wall thicknesses. Every structure you're seeing, every wall you're seeing. If I'm standing here, everything I'm seeing while I stand here, that's exactly what I pick. So once I stand there, all this is what I am able to see from this side. See that? Once again, you don't want these extension lines. Click, edit, change this extension line. On this gap to element, drop down and fix it to the dimension line. That's how you no longer have those long lines that are crowding your work. I go back, and you see this? The longer I drag this away from where I measured, you see those lines?
Yeah.
Okay. I edit. Okay. There is this witness line control here. Okay. There is this gap to element. I say drop down and change it to fixed to dimension line. You see, you no longer have those lines. That's it. But close enough that it's seen that this is where it is, and this is what the person is trying to measure. But again, don't crowd them too much to confuse the use of this document. Are we good up to that?
Yes.
Are we not done like detailing this? As I said, you do the you do the three exterior and the internal dimensions. That is basically you done with your foundation. Make sure your grid lines are shown, make sure the grid lines are hidden. Okay, not hidden, but hazy, pale, but they are not dark crowding your work. Good up to there? Yes. So this is it, and then you'll just give at the foot of this your foundation notes that it is this thickness of the plinth wall and the concrete strip and the depth to be determined by. If you have any other details to give on that foundation, you can, but most times those foodies know what to do. So just give what you can. Okay? So yes, this is the end of you doing your foundation. So once you're done with this, the same way how to bring it on the sheet is basically the same. Come and drag it onto your sheet.